Here, Remgro invests in financial services, healthcare, food, liquor, shipping, and other sectors as well.
Right, so this one came out of the Rupert family companies, and in 2008 they scrambled everything. They took the British America Tobacco out, the Richmond out. Remgro was left as the South African holding entity for all of these companies in those sectors that Bronwyn has mentioned.
Market cap 122 billion rand, PE ratio here of 19.9, dividend yield of 1.5%. Lance, let's weigh in with your thoughts on Remgro as the heavyweight in the sector.
Yeah, he certainly is the granddaddy of the five stocks we're looking at, the most established company going back a long time, as you said, the Rupert family. An interesting collection. It's really, outside some of the smaller investments, almost evenly split between industrial assets and financial assets. Very strong in the first rand stable, and then on the other side, Mediclinic and some of the industrial assets making up the other half. And then there's some smaller sports interests and related interests. It's the real bellwether and blue chip of the market, and it's done reasonably well over the long term, but I would say at this stage it's a real blue chip, and as a result it's a fairly mature business.
So let's get the share price. That was great timing, Paul.
Very nice, look at that. And it's risen on the back of its two most important components, as Lance said, that being the First Rand Group, which has done wonderfully as it's reorganized its insurance interests. Big stake also in RMI, which gives them discovery, momentum, all of that stuff. You can see why it's done well. And then the other half of the equation is, of course, Mediclinic, which is a big asset for them. And in recent times, we've seen them facilitating this transaction where Mediclinic is going to buy into a new hospital group in the UK.
The question is, why not just own Mediclinic directly and also First Rand directly and ROI?
And then you could own some RCL Foods, and you could put in a bit of this and a bit of that. There are a few big stakes in Total South Africa and Unilever and Air Products and other things which are not part of the listed portfolio. So you do get a bit extra on the side.
Yes.
Lance, give me your thoughts here.
On this one, I would say I'm hot if you're a risk-averse investor. I think it's a nice collection of assets, and it's one stock that you can get a fairly wide coverage in.
And you don't have to pay attention to the underlying stories on a regular basis. You basically buy Remgro, their investment managers are going to make the decisions for you. So, and you can rest assured they've got the experience to do that.
Yes, so it's a really nice collection of assets.
Yes, because Johnny Durant, the CEO, is steeped in the management mantra of the Stellenbosch Rupert way. And of course, Johan Rupert is himself still involved actively as the executive chairman of this group. He certainly takes a close look at what they're doing. And from time to time, they make investments that I wouldn't make personally, like a big stake in Grindrod at the moment, for example. But on the whole, they've done a spectacular job. And think about it. They were once in resources shares. They're not anymore. Well, that's a surprise. Not to me, because I wouldn't want to be there, and neither are they. They're out of Impala, they're out of Goldfields. So you got to hand it to them. And they're big in technology, which is another area I like. We haven't mentioned that today yet.
You can't bet against Johan Rupert, hot or not, on Remgro.
Hot on Remgro.
Hot or not, Paul?
Yep, we've owned it before from time to time. I'm hot on it. I think it's probably going to do well. I think the pullback in Mediclinic's price is what you saw there at the tail end of the chart, and we're positive on that, so by extension, hot.